All right, it's January. And it seems like everywhere you look, someone is telling you to start over, to be a new you, or to become unstoppable in 2026. But what if the real magic isn't in becoming a new you? It is in understanding how incredibly adaptable the current you already is. Let's look at the science of a fresh start, or the fresh start effect, as I like to call it. How your brain and body can rewire in a matter of weeks, and why your age has absolutely nothing to do with your ability to make a change. Today on the Personal Edge Fitness Podcast. Hey, welcome to the Personal Edge Fitness Podcast, a show that challenges the belief that age determines ability. I'm your host, Garrett Williamson, president of Personal Edge Fitness, coming to you from the studio where we blend science, a little bit of humor, practical advice, and that stubborn belief I've had since age 14 that your age has no authority over your future. Now, if you're watching us on YouTube or Facebook, please hit like and subscribe. It helps more people find the truth about fitness and longevity. And if you want to reach out to us for a consultation, personal or corporate wellness, or if you had just a question about the show, call us at area code 251-278-3343. That's 251-278-EDGE. Reach out to me at Garrett, Garrett, at Personal Edge Fitness. PersonalEdgeFitness.com is our website. Hit us up on Facebook, on Instagram. Catch me on X at Team PE if you're so inclined. Now let's get into one of my favorite topics, especially in January, fresh starts. Talk about the myth of the new you. January is the month when marketing tries to convince you that something is wrong with you. New year, new you. Reinvent yourself. Transform overnight. Let me tell you a secret. There's nothing wrong with the current you. The real power isn't reinvention. It's activation. You know how people buy planners in January with that weird sense of hope? I mean, the number one resolution, New Year's resolution, is getting organized. Or how gyms suddenly become social centers around the second week of the month. That's because of something called the fresh start effect. Well, it's real. Fresh start effect is real. A landmark study from Wharton found that people who are far more likely to adopt new behaviors immediately after temporal landmarks, like birthdays, Mondays, holidays, and especially New Year's. Your brain sees these moments not as change everything points, but as a cognitive reset. The idea is not to be someone else. This is a clean page. Let's write something new. Again, if you're enjoying the show, please like and subscribe and share this episode with someone who needs a fresh start. You can always call us at area code 251-278-3343 if you're ready to start the year with personal training or, of course, corporate wellness support. Now, let's talk about what changes first when you start a new habit. Your brain changes before your body. Here's the wild part. Your brain begins rewiring within 72 hours of starting a new habit. That's what they call neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to change based on what you do. Neuroplasticity continues into our 70s, 80s, 90s, well beyond. Research from the University of Pittsburgh showed measurable changes in the brains of adults aged 60 to 80 after just 6 weeks of new cognitive and physical tasks. This means not too old. You're not past your prime. And your brain absolutely loves change. In fact, your brain is built for it. So yeah, can you teach old dog new tricks? Well, speaking of somebody that preaches on this all the time, is an exercise physiologist, been a personal trainer for 35 years, and happens to be involved in animal rescue for the last 29 years. Yeah, you can teach an old dog new tricks. All right, let's look at the third study. Exercise increases what they call BDNF, the brain's growth fertilizer. BDNF is brain-derived neurotropic factor. Goes up when you exercise. It improves memory, learning, mood, and even protects against cognitive decline. And you don't need to train like a Navy SEAL to get the benefit. Just 10 to 20 minutes of movement can increase your BDNF. By the way, exponentially greater than reading and crosswords, which I'm a big fan of. But you really want to increase your brain? I mean, I forgot the exact percentage. I've actually done a podcast about this. But it is somewhere in the 100 times better than reading and crosswords, whatever, for your brain. But believe it or not, your body adapts faster than you think. January is when people step on a scale and decide their entire self-worth is based on the gravitational pull of the earth on their body. But the early wins of fitness have nothing to do with the scale. The body adapts in layers. Layer number 1, neural improvements, the brain. That's basically week 1 through 3. Your body gets stronger because your brain gets better at activating your muscles. This happens really fast and at any age. Layer 2, cardiovascular improvements. This is between weeks 2 through 6. Your heart gets better at pumping blood. Your lungs become more efficient. Oxygen delivery improves, and oxygen equals energy. Oxygen throughout the body increases your energy level. Layer 3, muscular changes. Now this happens between weeks 4 and 8. Hypertrophy, actual muscle fiber growth begins. Let's look at another study. Older adults adapt just as quickly. A 2010 meta-analysis in Age found older adults experience similar strength gains as younger adults in the same time frame when intensity was matched. I talk about this, I think, in the last podcast, as a matter of fact. Strength does not decline with age. Strength declines with disuse, and disuse is a choice. I know I beat that to death, but there's a reason I'm beating that to death, especially now. Because a quick reminder, 2026 is the year my new book, The Lie of Age, comes out. I promise it will change the way you think about ability, aging, and what your body is actually capable of. This is going to completely change your thinking about age, and you'll never want to think about age equaling decline anymore. That's an absolute lie. If you haven't hit like and subscribe, please do. And if you want to start your fresh start the right way, call Personal Edge Fitness at area code 251-278-3343. That's 251-278-EDGE. Now let's talk about why tiny changes work better than huge commitments. Everyone has made the same mistake in January. I hate this one. I'm cutting carbs. I'm going to run every day. I'm going to bed at 9 o'clock. I'm going to start journaling. I'm drinking water. I'm doing cold plunges. I'm eating kale. I'm climbing Everest, whatever it is. And by the week 3, that's all gone. They're in the dark, wondering why they failed. Well, here's why. Tiny habits. Go back and listen to my podcast about building those tiny habits. Tiny habits are more successful long term. B.J. Frog at Stanford found that small, immediately achievable actions like 2 push-ups or walking 5 minutes lead to much greater long-term adherence. This is where we can use a drug that I know a lot of people, you've heard a lot about this in the news, especially when related to social media. We're thinking of this as a bad thing. Well, this is a good way to use this drug that your body produces in a good way, and that's dopamine. Because dopamine rewards, they build consistency. When you complete a small task, dopamine spikes. Your brain says, hey, that felt good. Let's do it again. That's like likes when on social media. When you get a like, you get a shot of dopamine. Small steps build momentum. Big resolutions build burnout. We're going to show you how to rewire your body in 21 days. Here's a simple 3-part formula anyone can use. Number 1, choose a goal you can do on your worst day, not your best day, not your Instagram day, your worst day. Number 2, make it require less than 10 minutes. I mean, I want this thing simple. The brain doesn't resist short tasks. It fights long ones. Number 3, attach it to something you already do. Behavioral science calls this habit stacking. I talked about this in a few podcasts ago. Stretch right after brushing your teeth. Do squats after starting your coffee maker. Go for a walk after lunch, attaching it to those habits. Push-ups before you shower. These tiny moments trigger huge biological changes. Here's what changes in the first 3 weeks. This is what will change in that 21 days. Week 1, neural adaptation. Believe me, this is significant. Also, improved muscle recruitment, increased dopamine, increased BDNF, and more energy. That's all in week 1. Week 2, an improved cardiovascular response, a lower resting heart rate. Got a lower resting heart rate, you're going to have more energy. Improved sleep, same thing. Improve sleep, improve recovery, again. Improve energy, improve muscle strength, muscle gain, the whole 9 yards. Week 3, you're going to have stronger movement patterns. This is where mobility kind of comes into it. You're going to have noticeable strength increases. You'll have, because of those, it actually affects your brain. You actually have more confidence. And by hitting that week 3, we're hitting that 21 day to create a habit. And so when you start feeling those small wins, you're going to want more. You're going to become addicted to it. And this is going to happen in as short as 3 weeks. And yes, this applies at any age, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, don't pick a number. I've trained them all. I know for a fact this occurs. This year doesn't need a new you. It needs an activated you, a consistent you, a hopeful you, a you who understands the science of change. January is a temporal landmark, like we talked about earlier. It's a reset button, not for reinvention, but for recommitment. So we're not looking for that new you. We're just looking for you to commit to you. And the research is clear. Your body will respond within days, regardless of your age. If you're listening to this and you're thinking, I want this to be my year. Your body agrees. Your brain agrees. And the science agrees. And by taking these small steps, you can take these small steps this month. It's going to reward you with momentum that lasts the entire year. And it's one more way we help you reach your level of wellness. Thank you so much for joining me today. And as always, I hope to see you next time.